Well, is it possible that Google might be reading your emails?
Well, the company says Gmail users shouldn't expect their emails to be private.
We are joined now by Milwaukee's social media founder, Phil Gerbyshak. Phil, nice to have you in again.
Thanks.
All right, so is Google really reading people's emails?
Well, reading is a really strong word. There's nobody that sits there and says, Mike, I wonder what you got today.
Okay.
But it is true that the emails are being searched, they're being indexed, and they're being recorded so that you can more easily retrieve them.
Now, what does that mean, they're being indexed?
Sure. So imagine that every time you type Carol, you mean Carol Meekins, or every time you write Courtney, you mean Courtney Garish.
Right.
Well, that seems obvious that that's going to be more easy for you each time you type it. So it indexes it, and that means that it catalogs it so that it acknowledges, yes, that's the right Courtney, that's the right Carol.
All right, so if I type in a C, then either Courtney or Carol's name will come up, depending on who I send most recently.
That's
in
correct.
The most emails.
So our emails are being cataloged.
That's correct.
Okay. Is this unique to Google? Because a lot of people are probably like, how can Google be doing this?
Well, it's best with Google. Google does the best job of offering relevant ads and putting things in the right spots, but really not all that unique. Their terms of service are slightly different than any others, but any place that you keep your email is going to be archived, backed up, and stored for years and years so that somebody can retrieve that.
So what if people don't want to be part of this? Can you lock it out, block it out, do something to...
Pen and paper
Pen and
is your best answer to that. So old-fashioned, or have a conversation where nobody is listening. Those are
That's
your two best
difficult.
options, and it is. Absolutely. Even with pen and paper, people can take an imprint of that and see that, and that seems really funny, but that's really the truth.
How much of your private information, though, is at risk with this cataloging, this indexing?
Very little, unless Google gets hacked. If Google gets hacked, certainly it's possible that all of your information could be leaked, but likely it's not going to be personally identifiable. So it might say that someone your age and with your demographic information may have visited these websites and have these types of emails, but unless you expose your password, your personal information is at very little risk.
Sounds big brotherish, but I guess nobody really cares what you and I and maybe you are sending to people.
That's right. Not only that, but when you get a free service, you're the product.
Yeah,
and you have to remember that.
True enough.
All right, Milwaukee social media founder Phil Gerbyshak, thanks for joining us in Wisconsin tonight.
My pleasure.